Previously on Kimba TV. All right, EU says, what is bullish scenario then? Well, bullish scenario would be that it doesn't fully rotate down there and that it just continues to grab imbalances on CME. So what does that mean? So here's your point of control that we already kind of went through. Okay, so right now, me personally, I want to see if we spend time above point of control because that's bullish. Okay, if we go back down, well, now you may have a little bit of a failed auction setup right here. Okay, so then you would be looking at the next point of control, which would be here at 72,000. And then you've got your CME single prints down here at 71,000. Okay, so level to level. Okay, we're gonna find out if this holds right now, pre-market, I guess. We want this to hold for more up. So yeah, there's really only two longs. This one and this one. So yeah, it'd be nice if this just held the point of control and could keep going, but if this makes a lower low, then on to the next one. All right, that's about it. Iruzi says, would a swing fail pattern at that lower level still be good? Probably not. Yeah, because what you would have really wanted to do, Iruzi, is hold. And to be honest with you, it looks like it already had the swing fail of the value area low. So your stop is probably right here. So basically, Iruzi, the only thing that matters is that the value is kept. You see it? So if you swing fail this, that 30-minute candle has to close back above value. Swing failing and then hanging, building value outside of your value would be bearish. Just like how if you got up to resistance and you started building value, that's bullish. So the only thing that matters, Iruzi, is that you tuck back inside of value. All right, Iruzi? Swing failing and failing to get above value would just be bad. So this kind of makes it feel like the long stop loss is right here. All right, Iruzi. Let's see it together. I was talking about the 70.8. Oh, this? Same thing. You got to regain point of control. So it really doesn't matter if you swing fail. And I think this is their level, right? Because CME 72,000 is what on Coinbase? But yeah, you got to get above the point of control. All right, Iruzi. Yeah, so you're talking about this, right? It really doesn't matter what it does. CME has to reclaim the value. So even if it swing fails and then it starts to build value below point of control, you're probably headed lower. So it could 3 drives and then get back and start building. It could fail auction and then get back. But as long as it doesn't spend too much time below the point of control, you're probably okay. Fadila says, Kimba, value area high reacting as resistance. Is there a chance to rotate to value area low? Low. So what's one of the first things that I tell you guys when you see a possible full rotation? We talked about it last night, but what's the first thing that you should do when you get a possible full rotation? Do you guys know? You look at Coinbase, you look at Binance, and you look at CME. So CME and Coinbase, they don't have a full rotation. So the only exchange that you have a full rotation for is Bybit. So the probability of it going down there is lower. So if it does happen, it wouldn't be bullish because it's not a full rotation on anything else. All right, Fadila. So anytime you see something like this, make sure that you check other exchanges. RPM says, oh shit, you're here. Yes, make sure you get caught up on the highlights. If you didn't know that I was going to be here early, think about all the TA and planning that you missed. Because I probably said when I was going to show up today 5-6 times yesterday, right around when we did TA. So no shorts for me. I would be looking for longs. So way it is, what I would do is I would keep longing until one of the attempts got stopped out. And then that's, based off of the way that I plan, that would indicate to me that structure is changing. So I would just keep longing until I got stopped out. The first time I got stopped out, that's when I know structure is changing. So no, I wouldn't short value area low. Yeah, I would wait for structure to change. So I would only be looking to long pullbacks, just like we talked about yesterday. Joaquin says, can we give a look at ETH USDT? As long as you have, gotten caught up on everything. Okay, you watching this? All the trades are live. All the planning is live. All right. You're already caught up on all the ETH TA that we did yesterday, correct? So here's ETH BTC. What am I looking at for ETH BTC? What am I looking at for ETH BTC? Have it hit my level yet? Are we surprised that it's bouncing off the orange line? Nope. Okay. ETH USDT. Do you remember what our target is? You see that yellow line right there? It's level to level. So let's see if ETH can go up there, and then obviously we're going to see if ETH can sweep that high over there as well. Okay. ETH hasn't changed. The ETH plan hasn't changed. So I'm still waiting on ETH BTC, and then we'll see if any of these sweeps, any of these would be the long that I would want. All right. Parialfi says, do you have any open positions? It's the same open positions we've had since last week. All right, Parialfel. Make sure that you're caught up. All right, Parialfel. Definitely watch yesterday's YouTube, showed all the positions. Why don't you watch 2 weeks ago when we were planning? Why don't you watch when we got live filled? And why don't you watch when I've been TPing? Parialfi, okay? You're about 2 weeks behind, but brother, got to get caught up. Exclamation YouTube. Axel says long as 71.2. Yeah, so we're going to see right now if value area low gets lost. Okay, you see where it says value area low? The math is the math. I stream 12 to 16 hours every day. I've been doing it for 3 years. Every day's streams highlights are on the YouTube. Yep, yeah, Perry Alpha, let me get you subbed up, man. Welcome. Oh, I can't even sub. Oh, Hey Blade gifted you a sub. That's awesome. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of longs. I'm up about 4 million. And you can track, like, I don't know if you have MEXC or not, Parifel, but like every exchange has a leaderboard. Have you noticed that? You can just go to like the leaderboard on MEXC and go to monthly. I don't even know what I'm at right now. I guess my ranking fell a little bit. Oh yeah, probably because we dropped a little bit from the high, but all right, we're up about like 1 million per exchange. You can always track it. All right, and I've been TPing and whatnot. But you can go to like the MEXC leaderboard. You can see I'm up like 900 for the month. If I'm up 900 for MEXC, obviously I'm up, almost twice as much on the Kraken. Very similar to Blowfin, TapBit, KCEX. Mirino says, so any long attempts, the stop loss would be before the single print at 70,700 level. Yeah, that could be one way of thinking about it. Yeah, but you're ignoring so many other things, Mirino. So just be careful, okay? Did you already nerd out on like Bugammas? So like, have you looked at what Bugammas are right now? Right, this is for today already. So look at Bugammas right now. When the Bugammas change, when US markets open, that's gonna be a pretty alpha thing, no? So yeah, I mean, if you're just looking at Biddy, sure, yeah, that's one level to look at it, but there's so many other things that you got to be thinking about. So for example, let's say that it comes back down here and it does a swing fail. Okay, that structure low is your stop loss, not the single prints. So it kind of up to you. I mean, you know me, you've been here long enough to understand that today is GDP, tomorrow is PCE, and then we have Friday weekly options expirations. Have you taken a look at Bugammas for Friday? So stop the music for a second. You know me, brother. I am not locked in on, like, I never get hyper focused on some scalping shit. I like to look at the bigger picture. So taking into consideration what Friday Bugammas look like, what tomorrow's Bugammas look like, today's Bugammas look like, so you have an understanding of where S&P levels are, right? Do you think, regardless of what Biddy wants to do, if S&P dumps, do you think Bitcoin's going to pump? If Bitcoin wants to dump, but S&P is pumping? So these are the questions that you're going to have to decide yourself, Mirino. There are going to be probabilities for decoupling, obviously. So yeah, if you're just looking at Bitcoin and you want to take a long at that 72,000 point of control, yes, getting stopped out before the single print is ideal. But did you understand the things that I was saying? Mirino, this is why I ask you, are you just memorizing what I say or are you understanding? So did you understand when I stressed the importance of point of control and value area low? Where's the value area low for the previous session? Point of control, value area low. So are you cognizant and aware of the fact that it could do something like that and just stop your goofy ass out? So it's a combination of how much time it spends above or below and what S&P is doing at its own range, value area low and value area high. Do you know where the gaps are, brother? So Mirino, you know where the real-time gaps are, right? There you go. If you start to spend time in that gap, what does it mean? So, like, what if it comes down here and it starts spending? That might be your stop, Mirino. All right. So, like I always say, my rhino, don't get into levels. Look, the data, how much time does it spend? Where's the gap? Where's the imbalance? Does it quickly go in and out? All right. So the data is much better than a random level being your stop loss. Sounds good? So those are all the things that I would probably remind you of. You've got the gap, you've got you have an ETH gap, you have an RTH gap, you've got fibs, and you've got boot gammas. Okay, so let's see what happens. You would want structure, you would want time spent above or below, you would want edge, you would want open interest, and you would want S&P confluence. Sounds Gucci. Yeah, and always, Merino, you don't have to take the first wick. So you can let structure happen, have somebody else make the low for you, and then the lower low will be the stop loss. All right. Yeah, it's a little bit like this is one of those moments where trying to predict the future when there's GDP and PCE and weekly options expirations is probably silly. So be ready for both, brother. Mirino says, I don't want to get wrecked anymore because clueless about the better stop loss. Got you, Mirino. Well, then that also means that you don't take the first wick too. And let the market sort of set the invalidation for you. Alrighty. If it does go back down to 72,000, I hope it does it live. I hope I'm here for it so we can talk about it and read it together. But you saw the 15-second alpha TA, right, Marino? If it goes back to 72, I would love to see bottom shorts. I would love to see hidden CVD bull div or regular CVD bull div is fine. Homer says, yeah, good coffee. Amazing coffee. Brotoya, let's go. Destax, let's go. Fred says it's hella quiet. Yep, but I guess everybody is prepared and good to go. It's good, it's good. Feeling bored says no questions, just chilling. That's what I'm talking about. Delafaceris says, what are you talking about, Willis? We all here? Yeah, no, that's true, that's true. There's only like 800 people right now. But I love it, I love it. Magic Music, any questions? You good? Moosey, you good? Arg Howell says, what is happening on ETH? Math. So we went over ETH like 45 minutes ago. Make sure you get caught up. So I'll say it again. Our target on ETH is first this yellow line and then that yellow line. Okay, not that hard. All right, are we surprised that it's bouncing from the orange line? No. So if this was previous support and it lost it, wouldn't this be more common sense? Okay, we've already, we've been doing that over and over and over. Bounce, bounce, support. Okay, lose it, resistance. Try again, makes a lower high. Fuck. It's probably gonna do the same thing again. All right. Make sure you get caught up. Stuff like that really shouldn't surprise you guys. All right. Let's go. Let's go! All right, so real quick, hands up if you were here for the 15-second alpha TA in the morning. How many of y'all were here almost 2 hours ago when we did the 15-second alpha TA? What do you guys think about all this? No surprises, right? So it front ran the point of control. It did a 7-5 bounce. Okay. But all of the edge that we kind of talked about, I don't know how many of you guys can see the hidden and the regular divs and stuff like that. Schwiggity schwaggity. So it's reclaiming value, okay, which is nice. It has to have candle closes above that like we talked about. Obviously, the point of controls are going to be the level of interest. So you already know. Okay, it's going to be right on the 0.5. So now you have levels to, even closer levels to the upside that bulls need to have to penetrate. Bears, you have to defend that value area high. Okay. So yeah, and then I still would like point of control to get tapped at one point, but like we said, first things first, on a day like today, the initial move can usually be a debate. Okay, so it started to dump, well, it's probably gonna pump. All right, and I don't know how many people that were asking amazing questions this morning, how many times I had to say this, but it's all up to S&P. Look at where S&P bounced from. Pixel perfect boo gamma. So who was it that Marino, was it you, Marino? Where's Marino at? I said, wait until boo gammas come out. Let boo gammas tell you. Okay, so a little bit of waiting, a little bit of preparation, a little bit of anticipation. Okay, you see how it all played out? Can't predict the future, but in terms of your protocols, did it make sense? How many of y'all were here when I was telling Marino, maybe you should wait until boo gammas come out? What do you guys think about this? How? Right? Not too shabby, not too shabby. So bulls, you know what levels that you've got to penetrate. Bears, you know what levels that you have to defend. Yeah? I'm going to be leaving in about 50 minutes. I got to head to the airport. So shorter stream today. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Alan Mister says Ethereum candle. Yep, we already did TA on ETH earlier this morning, all day yesterday. So it doesn't surprise me. Pixel. Wow. How many of y'all were here when I said your first target, your first TP on the long is this yellow line? No surprises, right, chat? How? Kimba, how? You drew that line just now. Kachai! Come on. No surprises. I'm just blowing that Latuche over here, man. People freaking out all around the world. I'm just here in my pajamas chilling. Trying to see if I can upgrade to the G5. That's what I'm trying to do. And look at what it's pixel fucking now. No surprises there. You just said. TPO point of control for derivatives. CME point of control. All right, all of these levels are resistance. So like I said, bears, you got to defend all of these TPO point of controls. Bulls, you need to flip that into support. All right, so nothing too crazy, yes? I'm doing me. I tell you guys exactly how I'm doing. And here's the thing, like, you do you. I mean, just because I'm not taking a short doesn't mean that you can't. Just because I'm looking for pullbacks to long doesn't mean you have to. But the data is the data, and everything that we've talked about, everything that we've anticipated, down to things like RSI hidden bull div, CVD bull div, okay? Structure, all right? Understanding that today, on a day like today, on a day like tomorrow, on a day like FOMC next week, it's all about boo gammas and S&P. Understanding historical pattern recognition, like on a day like today, the first move is usually a scam. You know, I thought it would pull back all the way to point of control. Right? So it's like, I don't give a shit if you took a long there, or I don't, you know what I mean? But like, do you understand? Are you able to follow along and look at the data? I wasn't looking for any shorts. I said that if there's an opportunity for it to pull back and long, I'm gonna take that long. But I'm not looking for a short right now. Why? Because it's hard for me to short when the derivatives haven't made new all-time highs. I've been here before. I've shorted when CME made the all-time high, derivatives didn't. Guess what happened? I just got round tripped. So y'all do you, I'ma do me. Okay, but there's no surprises Lions, there's no surprise. Why is ETH pumping? Don't do that. We Gucci? What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the prep work, y'all? So again, I don't give a shit what your position is, but did you guys like the prep work that went into this morning? Make sense? All the divs that I said I would like to see is happening. Still higher lows. Awesome. Okay? And last but not least, boo gammas. So we good, right? The data and the anticipation really doesn't change too much. The individual execution, whether you took that long or not, is up to you. Whether some of you guys were in shorts, did you TP down there? It's up to you. I don't care. Your money is your money. All right? But I'm doing me. My plans will never change. I'm never going to do something that I didn't say I was going to do. So I'm going to do me. Y'all do you. We Gucci my Gucci. Not too shabby though, huh? So I'm just going to keep doing me. I'm going to keep looking at the math. Is everybody good to go? We're good for the levels to the upside, right? Wait, Kimba, is it going to make a... Exclamation rewind, motherfucker. We Gucci? Lions, we Gucci? Hey, today is a short stream. I'm gonna stop in about 45 minutes because I gotta head to the airport. Okay? Y'all can do this on your own. We good? Juicy. Sato, tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss. Hey. He said he's gonna smack the shit out of you. Lions! I'm off to the airport. Gucci Magucci, shwiggity schwaggity. They're gonna try to do this all-time high when I'm at an all-time high. What? Latuche in the plane! Edibles. Hey.